But let me share this real quick with the peoples. Anywho, gonna share it on Discord group just to see if anyone's hanging out and wants to create. Otherwise, I think we're just gonna be doing some sprints today. I know I have quite a bit of work to do with my own goals for creatathon, but I'll update you guys on that in just a moment here. Also, if you are here, shout out in the comments. Thanks for coming by. And I'll put it right here. I'm officially promoted, so I can do my thing. Okay, so with creatathon, I had 6 goals. I'm gonna grab my little goal tracker for you. I know I have one right here, but it's smaller and harder to read. So here is my goal sheet for creatathon. The initial 6 were the 6 goals that I pledged. And with creatathon, you can add your goal pretty much anytime. Because you get points for completing goals, but you also get points for working toward goals. So it's really up to you how many goals you want to do. Hey, Jess, welcome. We're probably going to be doing some sprints today because I don't think Q is going to make it. And I don't know who else is going to be here, but I need to work on some of my goals as well. So if you're working on anything, because we have the DIY prompt today. So let me know if you're working on something. So yeah, I've completed 3 of my pledged goals. But I have also written in mirror version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other goals. I finished 2 of them. These were definitely more short-term impromptu things like creating the DIY photo box because it was DIY day and I had thought of it before, but I've never gotten around to it. So I just kind of slapped one together to try it out. And then editing my speed draw video. So I still actually have those other goals that I want to get done, but I really want to work on the 3 core. This is so backward. This is so backward. The 3 core goals. So I'll either be writing during the sprints or I'm going to pull up the Eden map illustration and work on that today. So we'll see. No, we'll see. Put that back on the wall. Phoenix is here. Hello, Phoenix. How are you? What prompt are you doing today? Jess and I have DIY, so I made a little, kind of see it. So that's my impromptu photo box. It's smaller than I want it, and I do want to make a larger one, but I didn't have any bigger boxes, so that is the standing format of that. Otherwise, it turned out pretty well for, taking 5 minutes to play the cardboard box and figure it out. So yeah, what are you guys working on today? Which one of those is the middle? And then also, how have you guys been doing with creatathon so far? We're 10 days, so we're a third of the way. I'm not overwhelmed yet. I'm not overwhelmed yet. But I am very grateful that yesterday's prompt was creative stuff because I woke up with a very tight neck, shoulder, pretty much all of that. And I could not move. I really could not move. I was at work just being like, dinosaur. And it was shooting pain like down my middle finger and down my leg. So I didn't do anything yesterday except for like watch videos. So I watched some creative videos. I watched some terrible horror movies or thriller movies. So I'm ready to get stuff done today. Hi, Nina. Welcome to the chat. We are doing things. And how's your closet or cabinet painting go? Is that what you did to finish up your DIY prompt? So Phoenix hasn't decided yet. Thought of borrowing the DIY prompt. Not sure you have what you need. Yeah, since you're Team Faffle, you can borrow whichever prompt suits you. I like that. I like that you've been doing that, and you're just like, I'm just gonna do that one. So there are some days where I wish I could just purge, but that's on the 23rd, and I've marked it on my calendar because I can't wait to take things to Goodwill. But it's been good having a plan. Thank you. I'll pull up an actual picture of like the books in it because I just posted my making of video on TikTok and Instagram. So you kind of see my hectic process there. But I think I can pull up some of I just took a couple pictures because, like I said, it's a bit smaller than I wanted it. So I have to like really get up close to not get the outer edges. But share these here. I'm just going to just full screen that. Full screen it. How do I full screen that? There we go. All right. So it works in certain angles, and I went with this fabric because it's very neutral, but it also has a little bit shiny to it. So just took a couple pictures to really feature the book. Like this picture, I think turned out really good. I wish I could like lower the angle just a smidge, but I was getting the top end of the box. So if I get a bigger box, I'll be able to do it for sure. And then I just put the two together, and you can see the top corner exposed. So yeah, it definitely works right now for my needs. And it was a good experiment to try and see if it would work. But now I know to make the box bigger. Probably bigger both ways. So I have more depth to it. Especially once I have the whole trilogy in there. I'm going to need some room. Let's see. Jess, unfortunately, doesn't have anything to DIY, but moving. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're moving. So you need to spend the time finalizing plans and probably end up writing journaling tonight. Yeah, that's very fair. And it's only 9 points, unless you want to count DIY as like taping a box out of random cardboard pieces. I don't know. Like, you do what you got to do, but I know you were moving, and your house is probably mostly like boxed up right now anyways. You can't make stuff. If it were my, like, if I was the only one running this, I would like let you bank a prompt or like let you switch out a prompt. Like everybody gets one kind of thing. But do what you got to do. It's still creatathon, so. Yeah, the insides are done. Hoping to finish. So you put off the doors again. You really don't want to do those doors, do you? They look so good in white, though. They really do. Since you're working on a house-wide purge to prepare for moving if you need to, that's your go-to prompt, right? Like I've had 2 bins of clothing, some random games, some random just like house stuff that we're not using. It's like in the garage, it's in this bedroom, it's in the trunk of my car, and it's bubbling up because I just see a mess. But I already told my husband, I'm like, 23rd, we're going, we are donating all of this. Whatever you can think of, start packing or like, start collecting it so we can get it all out in one go. Oh yeah, it's my rough draft. There it is. There's my rough draft. So it just needs some polish. It's fine. I'll learn. There you go. And according to Cordy's definition, she said if it's something that other people get paid to do. So pack it yourself. Do it. I've only missed one prompt so far, hoping this diligence will continue. That's like I said, the thing is going on for the whole month and we're 33% of the way. So if you've only missed like a day or two, or even if you've missed most of the days, if you're doing anything and you're participating, that's really the goal. because we want you guys to have fun with it, not be stressed out like some of us and have to do it every day because we can't let the team down. Yeah. I mean, she is on the other team, but we can have her vote for Q since Q is not here and say you can switch out prompts if something else is better for you. Like, do you need to purge stuff because you're packing up? Do you have stuff to throw away? You probably already threw away stuff, but, or you just spend an hour working on something like we're going to do very shortly here. So let me know, you guys, do we, because if I work on the map of Eden, I can still be chit-chatting. But if you guys kind of want the quiet focus time, oh, I need my background ducks. I want my ducks. That little background is called Feed the Ducks. Throw that in here. That's good. Now we have our ducks. What was I saying? Yeah, do we want just like focus sprints, or do you want me to attempt to keep talking the whole time? Whichever, I will do my best for you guys because, like I said, I know we're all working on stuff. So sprints are good. I really need to be writing, but I also just want to get this map done. So I think I'm going to get that set up while you guys figure out how you'd like to do it tonight. Oh no, it's so dusty. There's so much dust in my house. Oh. I zoomed in. Oh, zoom out, zoom. Yeah. Oh yeah, I should probably, talk on doing all of this. Oh, that's so hard when you're just solo hosting a live. You gotta talk the whole time. This is the one flaw in Creative Commons, but one day there will be enough people that we can all just hang out and maybe somebody will help. Hey, sleep is important. You need to recover. If I've learned anything since turning 30, it's you need to recover. That's like my life motto this decade. So yeah, if you need to clock out. If you need to go to bed. What are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow is one big task or 5 small tasks. So if you wanted to paint your doors tomorrow, that could be your big task. Not that I'm deciding that for you, but good either way. So sprints or not, you might want to sprint sometimes so you have a break from talking. I know, right? Like, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I do not have a lot of topics of conversation. I don't keep up with the media. I don't really get dramatic about things. I just kind of work and do stuff. So we're definitely going to do some silent sprints or whatever you want to call it, just to break it up and really focus on our productivity. Yeah, we really should do the group stream on Discord because we could do it on Discord, or if like on StreamYard, I can invite people and not ever go live, so we could have our own like private video chat. So that could work too if people want to be on video. Because I've never really worked with the video on Discord, but I've heard it can be very like not work the great sometimes. So we'll see, but we should definitely do that. I was gonna say Saturday because it's work in tandem, but I'm pretty sure Q is gonna be sprinting, so we're gonna be here anyway. But yeah, we'll have to pick out a day for that and try a group stream. So put it in the Discord for those who are interested in a group stream, like what times of day and or what days of the week work best, so we can get the most people together and try it. You don't have a lot of topics to talk about, but you do have a couple you could talk about for hours. That's good. Do I have that? I mean, I don't like talking about my books, which are on this side. Doesn't feel like it's a conversation because I know all the information, but I feel like I'm a jack of many experiences, but I can't really talk about all of them. Yeah, I'm a little socially lacking there, which is fine because I've been getting stuff done. But at this live stream / Creative Commons / any live stream, I kind of need to be here to talk. Oh, great! None of us are talkers. We're doing so great. We're doing so great, guys. Okay, let's all just be quiet, and we are gonna jump into a sprint in about 4 minutes because I like even numbers. It's one of the few things about me that's consistent, is I do like. Nope, I lied. That's not. So when it comes to like sprints and stuff, even numbers is just easier. But on the microwave, instead of putting in 4.5 minutes or 5 minutes, I'll put like 444 or some other random number between that because when there's a lull in conversation, you can count on me for a true crime fun fact. Excellent. I love me some true crime. That's one of my, I guess, like when I need to empty my brain and kind of veg out, I'm either watching Disney or I'm watching true crime. This past week, I was watching like essentially Jaws and other crocodile thriller movies, which is really, really rare. But they popped up on my suggestion, so I said yes. But otherwise, it's crime and Disney. Okay, multiples of 3. Always even numbers except for 5. That's always acceptable. And historical true crime. Yes, when you get into like Jack the Ripper and like Jack the Ripper was over in the UK. But there was another one that was like before that. Nina, hit us up with a historical true crime fun fact. I'm gonna get the banners ready for the sprint here. So we're is illustrating the city of Eden. Save Joe. And then, so if we start on the 20, we'll be back at 8:40. Not ready. H.H. Holmes. Is that I think that is who I'm. Oh, that's got my same initials in the front there. I think that's who I'm thinking of, because I remember when I saw it, I was like, Sherlock Holmes was a murderer. Let the dogs be done. Oh, Atreyu! They have been going off at every dog today, which is, they rarely do it when we're home, but when we were on the walk, we only ran into 2 dogs, and they did not listen. I love them, but they're gotta be a little better on the leash. Anyway, let's jump into this. Yeah, Jack the Ripper and old stuff. Through the I think we'll probably have more around the 1940s and 50s, but like the ones in the late 19th century, so late 1800s, I've seen a couple of those. Fun fact, there's another serial killer from London with the name Jack the Stripper. You know what, I can actually believe that, because I feel like somebody would be like, I'm gonna be remembered because of Jack the Ripper. I can only guess what he's doing. Serial killer that had a hotel where he built in ways to kill people going to the Chicago Fair. It's sprint time, but now I'm curious. Look, I think we have found the topic of the day, though. So in 20 minutes, Nina, if you're going to bed, I appreciate you. Have a good night, and we will figure out group streams shortly here. Wow. So H.H. Holmes was, yeah. On that note, keep going in the comments, you guys, if you're on a roll here, and we're gonna jump into the sprint I'm not ready for. So we're gonna, should I add 5 minutes? Should I add 5 minutes? No, commit. Okay. We're opening the file. We're opening the file. Going to sprint shortly. I got distracted by true crime. I blame nobody but myself. Alright, just sharing that screen just so if y'all want to peek at it, you're welcome. Oops. And, alright. Oops. Technically unsolved, but they pretty much know who did it. All his victims were sex workers, and he was active between 1959 and 1963. Okay. I hate when it's like still unsolved, but it's like, you know who the guy is, but it's also like justice. I guess. Later than normal interest. I'm not surprised I haven't heard. Okay. Cool. Well, we all learned a fun fact today, and now we can sprint with that in our brains. We will be back at 8:40. I know we took a couple minutes out, so let's just be a warm-up sprint or do what you gotta do. And 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna mute myself. Y'all can keep going. Watch me doodle. Okay, spring is over. I managed to draw up the little council meeting table and chairs over here. Nothing fancy. I don't know if I should bother putting like bookshelves in the back to show that it's a study. I think I can create that illusion with the colored layer. But at least we have like, this is where the council meetings generally took place. And then I'll draw just some of the basic housing structures on this second floor and move on with the simpler stuff, I guess. Yes, I'm not exactly sure what other sort of details I can need, and I think I'm just overthinking it, which I do all the time here on Creative Commons. But I would like to do something to finish off that side and then sneak into the bottom here. Oh. How did everybody do? Oh, Corey, you were here? Where did you go? Should I leave that? What did I miss? What did I miss? So back to true crime. So the Jack the Strip was pretty obscure. Prefer 1970s and newer crimes, dabble in the old stuff sometimes. It's just harder to find resources for them. Yeah. And especially when you get really excited that they're doing one and you think they solved it, or, you know, they had all the clues and then they don't, and it remains unsolved, and it's so unsatisfying. Oh, it's okay. You were taking a break from the garage stuff to clean your wounds. Yeah, poor girl. So Phoenix thinks that hunting up the old resources is fun. In all areas, it's something you love doing. Yeah. Research can be fun, as long as you don't fall into a trap and end up like spiraling on that long internet source of tangents. So you use genealogy to find an unknown branch of your family tree, and you started the hunt around 14, solved it around 2012. Loved the search. That's really cool. My parents, or my mom, did most of the. My mom and my cousin kind of worked together to do our family tree, but like my dad's side is still pretty much a mystery because he's from Egypt and we just never really had a source to even go look up stuff, nor has he really shown the interest. So it remains a mystery. Am I only half Egyptian, or is there more in there? We will never know, because they're proud people, and they will not admit to being anything else either. Your most popular episode was about the Westport Murders, committed in 1827-1828 by two impatient grave robbers. So they were like, I need somebody to rob. Stab. That's how I pictured it in my head. Yeah, we're glad to see you too, and you're gone. Trying not to think about all this stinging. Yeah, you really got the brick scraped up your leg and your arm. And it's not even half. Ugh. I don't understand how that happened, but I feel for you. Okay, so it's so cool that Phoenix does like all the research and digging up. Nina's always in a time crunch, so it doesn't have much time to dedicate to each case. Genealogy is very interesting. They just solved a case from 1981 with that. I like those two, where they finally can use the DNA. Finally. And somebody back then was smart enough to be like, I'm going to save this evidence. Once you know what you were doing with it, use the same methods to search other topics, including true crime. Nice. Yeah, that shower's going to burn. Literally duct taped all over. So did you DIY yourself? Did you DIY take care of yourself? I know you're not here right now. You probably can't hear me, but Ha. Only to that, not to anything else. Only to the you possibly DIY'd yourself. Too soon? I did not realize it could be expensive, but definitely time consuming. Not fun. The most worthwhile hobbies usually are or can be. I think once you get into something and commit to it as a hobby, it gonna cost you some money eventually. Fewer hobbies these days, hard to find the money for them. Yes, quality over quantity. Totally feel that. Just glad there's so many ways for reading to be accessible without. Yes, we need to just be able to read. Libraries, Libby, and Overdrive and all that. Like, I think I just need to knock it in so I'm not talking behind the thing. Hey, that's fine. Hauling tables for the sale. So the sale hasn't even started yet. Like, are you moving all the tables? Thanks. Yeah, I think because if I do the bookshelves in line art, it would seem like a lot concentrated in that area when everything below it is not as detailed. So we're not gonna draw it in, but we might play with it in color just to see, because if not, I can just like wipe it out. You're starting to think that overthinking is a part of creativity. Sometimes you grab a cardboard box and you staple some fabric onto it and you did not overthink anything. Sometimes you're like, should I draw a line here or not? It very well could be, yeah. You were 14 in the 90s. Oh, so yeah, you were doing that for a couple decades, I guess, about almost 1992. Oh yeah, so took you about 2 decades to get through it all. So that's awesome. Sticking to it. To get back to Jack the Stripper for a second, why not? The killer unalived himself. And okay, I see. The chat's blocking stuff out. And left a note, and it all fitted so they know who did it, but never released his name because of it. Yeah, I always wonder, like, because in the documentaries, they, like, even when they're talking to, like, the family members of the murderers or people who are involved, it's like, I mean, sometimes they change the name, but other times it seems like they don't. Or like they're giving enough details where it's like if somebody from that area was watching and they saw said person doing an interview, it's like, I know who you are. Your person killed a person. Like, I don't care if they like do the silhouette and it's anonymous because I am here for the crime. But I always wonder how that is with people who are being interviewed and the family members. Like, that's a lot. That's too much attention. I can't handle it. None of y'all kill nobody because I can't handle the attention. I can turn off that banner now. So is it safe to assume we didn't really get anything done because we were all chit-chatting about true crime? We want to jump right back into a sprint? I'm on a roll kind of with this line art thing, so I'm good. We can start in like a minute and be fine. Yeah, it's like, especially, I was watching a bunch from Canada. I think it was on Hulu. It was called Crime Beat or something. And the first season was really good, but you're just like, people were doing pretty terrible things. And you're just like, and here's their family, and here's where they lived. And you're just like, is this all real? Because if it's not real, you don't need to show me. And if it is real, are they okay? All right. Good night, Nina. Thanks for stopping by. We will chit-chat in the Discord and do the things. And good luck painting tomorrow because I know your day is ahead of mine. So have fun with that. All right, Phoenix, let's actually try to do stuff. So we can jump right into a sprint if you're cool with that. I got the timer or my little countdown thing all set. So let's jump back into another 20-minute sprint. And 3, 2, 1, go. Sound good? Sound good? Sound good. I already said it. Go. Okay. End of that sprint. It is 9:10. So I drew the next level, and then I threw some color on it to kind of get an idea of how it might look. So I'm just cleaning that up at the moment before moving on to the next levels. My neck and shoulders not 100% better from yesterday's terrible sleeping situation, but it definitely is a lot better. Like, I woke up not being able to lift my body because everything, my neck and shoulder on my right side were stiff as all get out. But with a little TLC, mostly laying on the couch, ice, lots of ice, and some like icy hot equivalent. And 10 hours of sleep eventually when I went to bed. Slept until 10. Feeling a lot better. Mobile enough to walk the dogs, which is the important thing because they get antsy. I'll have to let them out after this. How'd you do, Phoenix? Did we get stuff done? We still working on stuff. Figure we'll touch base before jumping into the next sprint, since I think it's just the two of us, which is totally cool with me. Needs to roll mine. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, I am starting to feel a little bit of stiffness building up again, just from working on drawing tablet in the computer, which is like my life. Well, speaking of work, but like fun work, because I showed at the beginning of this, what you want to call it, live stream, aside from my brain not working, that I had 8 more backup goals for creatathon, which I will be able to unlock once I finish the 3 I have remaining in my primary pledged goals. There are 2 that I sort of did impromptu and got to complete, so those are counting in my goals, but I need to finish 3 more of my pledged goals to complete those, and then I can unlock my beta goals. One of them I'm really excited about, but also like semi-nervous, is a local author has asked me to illustrate their children's book. And my goal for this month, because it's not going to come out till next year, so there's time, I don't have to rush anything, but my goal is to lay out the pages with their script and start some character designs. So I'm excited about that, but commissions always make me nervous, mostly because I don't like letting people down. So, but I'm excited because it is a new challenge to do, and it's an achievable goal that not only do I have time, I've given myself the time to do, we've worked that out, but it also furthers my wants and needs with getting the Patch Fox stories done. So working on another children's book can help me practice some of my illustration. So I'm looking forward to it. Nervous, yes. Looking forward to it, also yes. Also yes. I feel like I'm missing. Let me check the comments here in a second. Get all this line done. Da 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 da. I don't know if this is the effect that I wanted it to look like that fake stone look you see on houses, like the fancy houses. But given that this is going to be such a small illustration, I don't really know how much I can show or how much detail I should put in. Theoretically, I should like do everything as if that's the part you're looking at, but I know that this version is going to be relatively small, so I don't think I need to figure out that part necessarily. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. You stop looking and finding things to fix. I also need to figure out what's going on in this background, because that's just like my base color to build off of. Not gonna be orange. It's not gonna be orange. I can tell you that. Yeah. Select the color I have chosen. Yeah. Okay. So what do we got here? Phoenix, hey. Working on purging my books. Post-memoir? And made progress. Good. You made progress on purging your books. Were you moving also this month, or did you already move? I feel like somebody else was. Glad you can walk the pups. I always worry about not being able to walk them away. Yeah, it was yesterday. It was impossible to even think about because I could barely lift myself. So to have these two, especially if they acted the way they did today, I would have broken something because they're usually really good. Hey, Jonathan, it's going good. Kind of having a chill Creative Commons today. We're doing some sprints. I'm getting some of this illustration done, and then we're working on creatathon stuff. So thanks for joining. Are you working on anything? But back to puppies. They're usually very good on the walks, and I've learned enough of their body language to like divert from crossing other dogs' paths. So, because I know they'll react. Sometimes 8 out of 10 times they're fantastic. They just want to sit and watch and like go say hi. But today, both dogs, and I don't know if they were males or if they just had some scent going on. These two lit up. Didn't ya? And they would not get back under control until the dog was out of sight again. And of course, some special person was walking their dog, and we were kitty corner from each other. So we were kitty corner. I was trying to go this way because we always go this way to see the dog that lives here because that dog is very nice. And we were going to make it in time before they got to the corner, but a car came, so we had to stop. And the first part is on me. I should have just been like, nope, we're going down. We're just going to avoid it entirely. But they wanted to go across the street. And I'm thinking, okay, we can just go. I'll distract them. Go see Tugo. Go see the other dog. We'll be fine. And then they stopped. Sorry, they're right here. So other dog with Lady, my dogs. I got them to calm down a little bit, and I was trying to pull them along or encourage them, and they were not moving anywhere. This other lady, she's like, which way are you going? And I'm like, well, I'm trying to go this way. And she's like, well, I'm going pretty much toward us. And without waiting for me to move my dogs, she started walking towards us as they're already getting like super, not necessarily aggressive isn't the word, but they appear aggressive because they started barking. And as soon as she started coming closer, they were lunging, and I was trying to hold them back. And it doesn't happen every time. So it's like, this lady, it's the second time within a week that people have just been dumb Like, do you not see me trying to control my dogs? Do not approach me. You are the problem. Sorry you came in on that, Jonathan. Dogs. Living to yourself, only keeping books that fit the 3 bookcases you own. That's good. Always your intention, but it's hard. I want another bookcase. I have learned over time to, like, I like to collect a little bit of things, and then I'll get to a point where I'm like, oh, I have too many. So I force myself to stop. Like with my pop figures, I don't think you can see any, but I got to the point where I thought I had too many because I didn't have any place to put them. So even if I want a new pop, I can't get any. But now, like when I stop collecting stuff, I want to get rid of it. Sometimes, not all of them, but these are like precious to me. I can't get rid of my pops. As far as books go, I got these shelves that you can see. We have a bookshelf in the second bedroom that's like the overflow of things I don't actually, like, I would get rid of, or it's like a bigger series that just will not fit. But otherwise, we try not to have too many. I try not to have too many of things because somebody in this house has a lot of things, and I worry how that things will be dealt with in the future. Yeah, super anxiety about that. I mean, like, it's nice because he's local. We can talk about it and work through it. But I'm still like, I got my stuff. And I hate quoting and like asking for money. So he's like, well, how much would it be? And I'm like, I will write up a contract and let you know, so I can like think reasonably instead of just throwing numbers out there. But I don't like commissions. Yes, okay, you were moving. I'm not sure when. Owners of your rental found a buyer for the house. Could be a month before the actual move. Ugh. That's anxiety right there. Not knowing when you get to move and stuff. Especially because I'm like, want to go. As soon as I know we're going. Oh. Working on a script for a writing webinar. Oh, okay. That's cool. Do you do it like on, what is that? Is it Squarespace? Skillshare? That stuff there? Or do you just do it here on YouTube? I always appreciate when you guys write out your scripts, because I am not scripted ever. I should, but I feel like I don't have the emotion when I read a script. So, right? It's like you always have to look out for the fluffy tails. I can't say what they are because both dogs are in this room. And then at night, we have to look out for the cottontails. And with Atreyu specifically, skateboards or like those hoverboards and scooters, electronic or otherwise, bikes, he's usually pretty fine. He got over that. But Tundra will be the instigator when it comes to another dog. So like I can usually get Atreyu's attention enough to like get him to calm down and get him to divert. But when I'm holding both and I'm focused on him because he's the bigger boy, she's the one that lights up, and then they both are unstoppable. And it's like, I should walk you by yourselves, but you have separation anxiety and you won't like that. And then I will come home to a torn up house and excuses. Do I have time for 2 walks? I don't know. You're okay, so you get up early when you walk them. That should be the reason why I get up early, but I don't get up early. I also don't think, like, our neighborhood has a lot of people walking their dogs, like, all the time. The only time we've not run into people is if we take a late night, like midnight or so. Because obviously people hang out when it's dark. Well, my husband and I will go down to the university and back, so. There's no easy way to donate stuff here. There's a laundromat where people leave food, clothes, books, and kitchen stuff, but that's it. No Goodwill? No, like, I have a Goodwill nearby, or Salvation Army, or like one of those little Easter seals or something, dumpsters. There's got to be something. And I would not use Facebook Marketplace because I don't trust people. But if you just got to get rid of it, maybe that's what you got to do. I'm not enjoying this. Yeah. Yeah, I think obviously the more you can get rid of, the less you'll have to move. But it's hard to find that line between getting rid of it because you need to get rid of stuff versus like you still want it, but you feel like you need to get rid of something. So it's difficult. But hey, we're on the 25. So if we want to jump into a sprint, that way you can work on your script, Jonathan. Phoenix, you can keep working on The Purge Part 3 or something. We'll do that. We'll do 20 minutes. So we'll be back at the 45. And we might be able to get in one more before we call it tonight. So let me edit this. Back at 9:45. You don't get it. Okay, you sleep in the day. That's also fine. Small town population, less students. I went to high school. Closest towns are worth. Oh, yeah, you're out in the middle of nowhere. Really? Well, then extra good luck to all of your moving escapades. But yes, let's get to work. 3, 2, 1, go. Bing, 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 bing. All right, that was 20 minutes. Whew. I just want to crack my neck. Oh, no, it won't go. Let's see. So, what else did we finish? I got the line art cleaned up and done for the last 2 floors on the upper city. So I just need to color that, and then I played around with some of the color textures on the essentially stone carved areas. But I definitely need to go in here and do that over. Whoops. I adjusted the column down here so that it all opens up into the medical ward area. And I think that will give it the balance I need between the garden side and the living side, essentially. The rest I can put in notes. And then the lower city itself, honestly, I don't know how much there is to draw because, yeah, people live down there, but it's a lot of like tunnels to tunnels. I just don't, maybe I could just do like a couple arcs and stairwells and show like that. Or even if I wanted to expand the left side here and do a stairwell, I could. But I think we can also just assume it's there based on what it says. So things to think about, but gotta finish up the color on the bottom here. But I think that might be it on this one for tonight, since the pups are getting needy and want to go out. They're potty. Oh, little pups. Should I keep this here? Should I work on it tomorrow? Maybe I'll try. Phoenix, John, how's it going? How'd y'all do on that sprint? It's getting humid and muggy over here. Woohoo! So you got possibly only one medium box of books left to sort. Then you're done with the whole of it. Yeah, the whole project, the whole purgy thing for now, which is great. And a medium box ain't gonna be too bad. You got this. You got this. I have a comment. Oh, I don't. I keep getting what it feels like spam messages on my Instagram where they're just like, promote this on blah, 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 or DM me if you want. And I'm just like, just share it. Don't just share it. Why are you asking me? You spammer. You spam. But then it's probably somebody's actually done it and it's great, but I have not. Hi, Tamama. Your timing. Girl. We're about to wrap it up. But how have you been? How was your day? Did you do DIY for the prompt today? If so, how did that go? Mine went okay. So get us updated up with you, Tamama. We got a couple minutes to chat. We got a couple minutes to chat. So Phoenix has set the limits of how much shelf space for different genres or topic for nonfiction and having to really think through each book. That's one way to do it. I guess if you have multiple genres, it makes sense that you're like, okay, this shelf only for thriller, this shelf only for fantasy. All of mine are fantasy. I'm just gonna say all of mine are fantasy, so I can't separate it by genre. But I can get all the Disney books on one shelf so far. one. I can probably fit 5 more because the 2 on the outside are turned as bookends. But that's really the only shelf that I have truly organized. Maybe this one because it's all my Tamora Pierce books, right? But I find that very difficult, and I believe in you. You can do it. It's mama. About to start messing with Krita to fix up some character profile pics. Not really getting the DIY from. Yeah, it came out of the blue for me too. Even though I had it written down, I did not mentally prepare for it, so I don't think you got to see it. I made this like book box, or it's like a photo box. So it's a cardboard box, and then I lined it very carefully with fabric, so I could photograph my books in there for my website. The box is a bit too small for my vision and my needs, but the mirror. If I can get it this big and just a little bit taller, I got something. So that was my, I threw it together in probably 10-15 minutes. So I came home, took the dogs out, and did that as my TikTok video for the day. Which the video, I'm more proud of the video than I am of that. I'm proud of that for sure. But I actually had fun with the video. It's on Instagram as well, so that's kind of fun. Technically, DIY is my entire in real life job. It's your day off. Yeah, take a day off. We've already told Jess, because she's moving in a couple of days, she don't have no time or place to do DIY. That if she wanted to switch out a prompt, she's more than welcome, since Q is not here to say no. But yeah, switch out a prompt if you need to. You're just supposed to have fun with this. So you can pick one we've already done or one in the future. Phoenix is purging, so no. We're all having a good time with it. The original way I separated was actually by what stage of life you got them in, childhood, teen, and one for since you've moved here, 2 children. That seems even harder. I guess if you remember really well when you got them, you could have that gradient of your stages of life. Hi, bud. That just feels difficult to keep up with or to explain, I guess. Actually, I mean, it's straightforward in the fact that you can just add books on at the end, but separating by genre is cool. I like when people separate by color, it's aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, I just got Disney and I got Tamora Pierce. Yeah. Oh no, you had to let them go. Why? They are my childhood. That's literally I will always remember the Lioness series and the Protector of the Small series. Those were the 2 I read a lot when I was little. And I've started reading her Circle of Magic series, and I like it. I like Briar, and I like Triss, and I like all the different characters she did for that, and I think she's still working on them. So that makes me curious, because I try not to buy series until it's finished, with the exception of these, because they're all technically standalones in the series. But yeah, I need my Tamora Pierce books. It's not how they're normally shelved, it's the mode I go in before. Oh, okay. That way it keeps things more organized. That works. Stages of importance to you as well. Do we need to go outside? Atreyu, you gonna say hi to everybody? You gonna say hi, bye? Yeah, look at that tail wag. Look at that tail wag. Hi! You came to make your appearance. Well, let's get the comment thing out of the way. Then the camera got folded. Normally it's by genre, or for classics and historical, they're sorted by. Okay. Y'all do so much with books, and I'm just I make stuff. All right, guys, say goodbye. We're gonna log off soon. Atreyu. Hey, bud. Where'd your sister go? She's behind me. You need to go outside? Hmm? Can you go outside? You have to go potty? Yeah, we gotta go potty. Tundra. Let's try and get the girl in here. Tundra. Hey, Thunder. Boop, boop, boop. You wanna say hi bye? Where you at? You wanna say hi bye? You wanna go outside too? She's quiet about it, but she's the real instigator in all of this. She's come up like 3 times during the sprint to like lick my arm, which means, Mom, attention, go outside. Yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up since it's just about 10 o'clock. Thank you guys for stopping in as always. If you have any ideas or something you would like me to do specifically next time, leave it in the comments. I'm dying. My dream, we're not off camera yet. Help! A dream. We gotta go down, 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 down. We're not done. We're not done. I'm on a rolly chair. So aside from my dog just punching me in the throat, thank you guys again. I'll definitely see y'all in the Discord, and keep enjoying Creatathon. Friday, Q is still sprinting to my knowledge, and so we'll be doing a Dirt for the Words / Creatathon sprints. So I'll see you guys over there. Have a good one. You gonna say bye? You gonna say bye? Like he really